Live from the WTXL studios, this is ABC 27's News at Noon.
Well, a happy 4th of July to you. Like many of you, taking the time to enjoy the holiday with your family and friends. Good food, good music, and a whole lot of fun. Also, though, taking the time to cherish our independence. This is the scene from the Colorado State Capitol in Denver last night. And for many of us, a preview of what's in store for us. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Kelly Bartoli. It is 4th of July, Friday. On this day in 1776, the United States of America adopted the Declaration of Independence after the country broke away from the Kingdom of Great Britain. Since then, July 4th has become the most recognized and appreciated day of the year. Not just about food, fun, and fireworks, though. As President Obama did this morning, don't forget to thank the people who have fought for us.
You keep us safe, and you keep the United States of America a shining beacon of hope for the world. And for that, you and your families deserve not only the appreciation of a grateful nation, but our enduring commitment to serve you as well as you've served us.
Now, this 4th of July is especially sweet for the Obama family. Today marks daughter Malia celebrating her 16th birthday. While lots of local events and festivities to celebrate the holiday here in Georgia and Florida. In Tallahassee, the annual Independence Day Festival at Tom Brown Park takes place tonight starting at 5 o'clock. There's going to be vendors, games, plenty of fireworks for you and your family to enjoy. Then at 9 o'clock, the Southwood community also having a fireworks display. That's at Central Lake Park. Food trucks will be there providing food around 7:30. Well, here in Midway, the 4th of July celebration taking place from 6 to 11 p.m. It's right at the open field on Peters Road. There's going to be fireworks and a live DJ, and it is absolutely free. In Quincy, events actually going to be held tomorrow, July 5th, for the 4th of July celebration. It all gets underway at 7 p.m. located at the Leaf Theater with a special performance by Tallahassee Knights. There's going to be a cash bar, vendors, and some giveaways. In Thomasville, the festivities begin at 6:30 sharp in downtown. There's going to be live music, food, wine, plenty of fun, and the fireworks display beginning at 9:30 tonight. And in Valdosta, the Spirit of America celebration begins at 3 o'clock, getting the party started early in the Valdosta Mall parking lot. It's South Georgia and North Florida's largest fireworks display, so be sure to head on out and check it out if you can. At 9 o'clock, the fireworks and celebration will begin at the Wild Adventures theme park. Well, as you travel this holiday weekend, the Tallahassee Police Department wants you to remember there's going to be lots of travelers on the road, and many officers too, with the Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign. This means zero tolerance for drunk driving and no excuses. Officers also reminding people to buckle up in addition to drinking responsibly. Police are encouraging you to report any activity of drivers under the influence. Aside from putting you and others in danger, a DUI can bring serious consequences like jail time, loss of your license, and hefty fines. And remember, AAA is offering its tow-to-go service this weekend. That too is aimed at keeping drunk drivers from getting behind the wheel. Tow trucks from Tow-to-Go can take up to 2 people home up to a 10-mile distance. The service does not take appointments, but it is offered all day today on July the 4th to folks in Georgia and Florida. You can call the services at 855-386-9246. Other news this noon.
We have concerns about people inland who may be impacted by potential flooding and rivers going over their banks.
After growing in strength to a Category 2 storm, Hurricane Arthur making landfall in North Carolina shortly before midnight. Now, there have been no immediate reports of injuries or damage from the storm. So far, it seems pretty minimal. Now, the storm made landfall near Cape Lookout just around midnight with about 100-mile-an-hour winds. Waves as high as 35 feet wide reported in some of those areas. Officials warned that the storm moved a bit further inland than they had originally predicted. As Arthur moves north, other states are now getting ready. In Virginia Beach, crews built up sand dunes to help prevent flooding. And Michelle Rotella has been in our weather center. We were actually just talking a little bit about Hurricane Arthur as you're getting up-to-the-minute updates from the National Hurricane Center. What do we have now?
Yeah, that's right. And all hurricane warnings have been dropped for the regions there. Now, still around the North Carolina and Virginia border, they do still have some tropical storm warnings in place, but Arthur now continues to weaken as it pushes away from the Carolinas. So that's some good news news there. And back behind all of that rain, we will see a drying pattern for the entire East Coast there. Now for us down here in the Big Bend region, we've been dealing with plenty of sunshine and low humidity for once for today. That cold front came through yesterday, struck up some storms, and now we're looking at 88 degrees there for this afternoon in Valdosta, 86 in Thomasville, and a little bit of haze there in Tallahassee, 86 over there. And I want to zoom into an area there. It's more for our eastern counties today that we're going to see a few pop-up showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm, but rain chances really around 20% or less. And it's Dixie County right there that you're starting to see some of those showers pop up. We're looking at some mid to upper 80s around the region and still have a ways to go for temperatures today. We'll get into the lower 90s. High temperature expected to reach 93 degrees and still a warm night. Around 10 o'clock at night will be around 81, but clouds are going to clear and temperatures will drop. When you wake up tomorrow morning, it will feel so much different. We'll see temperatures around the upper 60s. I'll give you the full forecast and all the details and more updates on Arthur coming up in just a few moments. Kelly?
All right, thanks, Michelle. You know, it's not just the 4th of July. Today, we are also celebrating our second stop on the WTXL road trip. All week long, we've been celebrating Tallahassee, the capital city, and our very own Greg Angel is live at COOSH'S BAYOU ROUGE on Thomasville Road. How's it going out there, Greg?
Hey Kelly, you talking about celebrating not only the 4th of July, but here at COOSH'S, it is always Mardi Gras. People think of 4th of July, they think of grilling out the cheeseburgers, they think about grilling out the hot dogs, but here, as you see behind me here at COOSH'S, a lot of people think about the nice Cajun cooking. They're talking about the crawfish and the jambalaya. Oh, and the oh-so special spices that make it all so good. We're going to talk more about that coming up with COOSH himself. But on our road trip of Tallahassee this week, we've really been looking for the best of the best. And this cute little letter here from Sydney Stedman. She's talking about why she thinks COOSH'S is the best. Talking about, whoa, she just walks through the door and her mouth just waters. So again, it's all about highlighting the best of the best in Tallahassee. And coming up, we're going to be showing you firsthand and tasting it all. Kelly, I know you're jealous, but stick around for this special road trip series live at COOSH'S. We're going to talk about that coming up in minutes. Kelly?
Hey, thanks, Greg. You better have a lot of water standing by for some of those spices. We're going to check back in with Greg in a couple of minutes. First, though, we want to remind you that it is time again talking about the WTXL Question Center coming up on Thursday. This time it's with the Tallahassee Leon Shelter. We're going to have officials with the shelter live in our newsroom. You can call in and have all of your questions about the shelter and its services answered. That's coming up Thursday, July 10th, right here on the news at 5, 5:30, and 6 on WTXL. Well, as the news at noon continues, rapper Iggy finally responding to an alleged diss by Nicki Minaj. We'll tell you what she had to say, and more details being released about the Georgia father who left his toddler son to die in the car. We've got more when we return. Some surprising allegations in court yesterday against the Georgia father charged with killing his 2-year-old son by leaving him in a hot car. Police say Justin Harris left the toddler strapped in a car seat for 7 hours. Harris says he just forgot the boy was in the vehicle. Police, though, saying Harris made odd statements after the boy's death about being charged with a felony and losing his job. Police also add he was living a second life with an alternate persona.
He was having up to 6 different conversations with different women. It appeared from the messages from Kik mostly, which is a messaging service.
And is that a computer-related messaging service?
It is.
And these conversations he was having with these females, were these, of what nature were they?
The most common term would be sexting.
Now, Harris was not granted bond and will remain in jail. He has pleaded not guilty to all the charges, but could now face more charges for allegedly sexting with a minor. Covering your international news now, celebrations in Turkey after the release of 32 truck drivers who were abducted in Iraq. The drivers were welcomed back home yesterday. They went missing when ISIS fighters swept through the Iraqi city of Mosul 3 weeks ago. Mosul is just one of the fronts in the battle between Sunni militants and government forces. A former tabloid editor and aide to the British Prime Minister has been sentenced to 18 months in prison. Andy Coulson was found guilty last week of conspiracy to hack phones over a 6-year period. That scandal led to the closure of Rupert Murdoch's News of the World tabloid and a public inquiry into British media ethics. Talking your money now this noon hour, Foster Farms voluntarily agreeing to recall chicken products produced in March. But there's concern those products could still be in your freezer. The recalled products have a number P6137, P6137A, or P7632 inside the USDA mark of inspection. They also have a use or freeze by date ranging from March 21st through March 29th. They were sold in a couple different stores, including Costco. The Food and Safety Inspection Service also reminding you to cook all poultry to 165 degrees for safety. Some good advice there, especially on this holiday, all about grilling. Michelle, other good advice, even though we're talking about not terrible temperatures, get the water and sunscreen out.
Oh, things are just heating up for us. Temperatures are still on the rise for this afternoon, and guess what? The humidity is down. Oh, such great news. Let's take a look outside right now. The Napleton Infinity Tower camera top of the DoubleTree Hotel. We are seeing some sunshine, a little bit of some hazy conditions. That should all burn away there, and a little bit of some wind coming out of the west-northwest to make for a beautiful 4th of July afternoon. I'll have the full forecast coming up in just moments.
Welcome back. We are continuing our special road trip to Tallahassee today. We have Greg Angel live at COOSH'S BAYOU right there on Thomasville Road. Greg, no hot dog eating contest for you on this 4th of July, but you definitely have some good food out there.
No, not a hot dog eating contest. We got some our news director, David Lee, would want to get in on. We are talking about this right here, the steamin' crawfish eating competition. We're going to have to save some for him. We got Koosh here with us. How you doing, man?
Good, sir. How you doing? Appreciate y'all coming by.
Doing fantastic here, all Louisiana style.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, I do have other stuff besides Louisiana style, but I mean, I was born and raised in Louisiana, and that's what I grew up on. But we do it's all American, Southern Louisiana style.
You know, sometimes people think of Cajun and they automatically think of burning hot tongue. It's not necessarily that, though.
That's a big myth. Big myth. Cajun is flavor, lots of flavor, not heat. And now I do have some stuff that's hot, and we can make it hot if you want it hot. But I mean, you know, fried shrimp or you know, catfish and things like that, it's not going to be hot. It's just flavor.
A key ingredient to this kind of food here is the spice, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's it.
So, I mean, and the nice thing is here, you got your own little spice mix, man.
Before I got gray hair, there. That's it.
Looking pretty good, young there, and I mean that's coming to everybody's grocery stores soon too, right?
Right. Well, we're going to be in Winn-Dixie here, hopefully beginning next week.
And a lot of that, I mean, it's really coming from the community support. You've been in business for a number of years. You've been at this location off of Thomasville a little more than 2 years now, right?
I've been here for right at 2 years, and I've been in business for 14.
And how important is that? I mean, you see people coming and going, even on a big holiday, and the doors are open, people coming through the door, and that community support and what you see, it must go a long way for you.
Oh, it does. I mean, we give back to the community, to the schools and the churches and things like that, but they really, really support us tremendously. I mean, all the schools around here really do a great job of going out and looking for those local business owners and helping them out.
And you got the big ball each year, too.
Oh, every March, second Saturday in March, I do out in the parking lot about 1,200, 1,500 pounds of crawfish.
And we got just a little slice right here. We're going to go ahead and put some of this stuff in our belly, Kelly. So enjoy just watching us eat it. But we'll have much more coming up in just a bit. Back to you, Kelly.
What a tough day Greg is having. He was live out at Canopy Road Cafe for breakfast this morning during sunrise.
And he brought back some food, though, I have to say. So kudos to him.
Good job, Greg. We appreciate that. Let's see if we can get some.
There was
sweet potato pancakes. Everyone was questioning.
Everyone was hovering around those boxes.
Good reviews, though.
Yeah. Well, I have hopefully you guys give me a good review for the forecast.
I think people will today.
Yeah, I think so. We really lucked out for this 4th of July. The humidity is down. That's some good news. You're taking a live look outside right now. The Napleton Infinity Tower camera at top of the DoubleTree Hotel, and we are seeing some sunshine in the sky, and quite a difference from yesterday. Yesterday it was kind of gloomy, but look at the humidity down to 40% there. Winds pretty much calm and not much for the heat indices today. It's all good news for us. We're still dry across the region. Earlier this morning we had a few pop-up showers around the coastal areas, and we still have a little bit of some showers down towards central Dixie County. Other than that, everything's staying pretty much dry and the humidity staying pretty much low for us. We're looking there at the mid to upper 80s all across South Georgia, 85 for Mariana, and 88 down there for Apalachicola. Perry, you're sitting there at 84 degrees, and we expect to get a little bit of that sea breeze activity. Winds helping, though, to keep us cool and keep the air flowing out there. We're looking at winds coming from the north-northwest for today and around 8 miles per hour. So it's a good, nice, light breeze out there because temperatures are still expected to rise to the low 90s in some places. Now, we are seeing a lot of that sea breeze, but some of it mostly for the eastern counties, and that's where I put in that 20% chance of showers. And really looking at the cloud coverage, not seeing much of it for today. We have a little bit of haze around the capital city, but that should all fade away. That cold front came through yesterday, struck up a little bit of some storms, and now we're seeing some showers on the backside of it, but it should start to diminish a little bit. The cold front does stall out, though, over this weekend, so rain chances, they hang around for us as we head through Saturday and Sunday. Saturday still looking like a 20% chance of showers there, very spotty, as you can see across the Big Bend region. Heading into Sunday, they up it a little bit to around 30%. And high pressure begins to build out there towards the Mid-Atlantic and the Carolinas, which they need, especially after they've had some decent amount of rain there from Hurricane Arthur. Now we're looking there at the forecast and focus, one of our RPM models, and you're seeing most of those showers. They are off to the east and away from us. I wanted to put this in motion and put a few pause points in here because really what's important tonight, if you're heading out to all the events or spending time outside doing any grilling, even at 8:30 at night, we're pretty much dry. Seeing a little bit of cloud coverage, but it's all going to start to clear, and temperatures are actually going to drop heading towards the evening hours, so it's going to feel very different out there, especially with the low humidity. Still working up to 93 degrees, those spotty showers mainly to the east, those rain chances around 20%, and that nice wind coming out of the west-southwest there around 7 miles per hour, taking it to this evening. Sunset there around 8:43 there, and much cooler and actually below average when you wake up tomorrow morning. Not a bad beach and boating day. All those showers pretty much set and done with, and we're seeing those partly sunny skies. UV index there about an 11 for today. Wanted to give you just the satellite view of Arthur, and the eye starting to fill in, which means it's starting to deteriorate just a little bit and continuing to weaken as it pushes away from the Carolinas, and expected to turn into a post-tropical cyclone as it heads towards Nova Scotia. So continuing to push on a track around the northeast around 24 miles per hour, expected to accelerate, but as it moves over colder waters of the North Atlantic, that's why it will start to weaken just a little bit. Also, we're going to see an increase in wind shear there at the upper levels, which means it just kind of tears the storm apart a little bit. Well, this is what we are mainly concerned with here, and this is Friday, of course, the 4th of July, and we're expecting to see those fireworks kick off just a little bit there, and I wanted to go ahead and show you a little bit of animation if I can get it to pop up, but it doesn't look like it's working for me. But we're expecting those conditions to be fairly nice as we head towards the evening hours, especially around the time that the fireworks are expected to go off around 9:45. I think we'll have a few clouds in the sky, much drier conditions, and you might feel like you need a little bit of a jacket tonight because the humidity, it won't be with us like it has been. And you know, we've been waking up in the mornings with temperatures still in the 80s. 60s, upper 60s.
Wow, it's hard to believe just walking out the door yesterday and just feeling hot, thinking we might need a jacket to watch fireworks tonight.
I mean, I like 68 degrees. You know, it might feel like a nice change, actually.
Exactly. It's going to feel like we just have the air cranking when we're outside watching fireworks.
Grab the blanket, put it on the grass, and watch the fireworks.
Good news, Michelle.
Yep.
Thanks so much. We got your entertainment news coming up. Don't go away.
I tell you what, you guys keep catching us while we got food in our mouths. So much delicious food here. COOSH'S restaurant here off of Thomasville Road. It's part of the WTXL road trip. Fantastic afternoon here. Molly, intern Molly, trying crawfish for the first time. How are you doing?
Good. It's actually really tasty.
Yeah, you enjoying the taste?
I am.
Little kick to it?
A little bit. Not too bad.
A little bit. She's learning for the first time how to crack these bad boys open. Fantastic afternoon here. And again, we want to thank COOSH'S for letting us tag along as part of the WTXL road trip. You can catch Jade, Brad, and Cass tonight, Tom Brown Park, 4th of July celebration. All the details up on our website, WTXL.tv. Of course, you can see all the past stories from Tallahassee and Perry up on our website as well. Kelly?
All right, thanks, Greg. They're having a whole lot of fun out there. We're going to have a whole lot of fun at the fireworks.
Yeah, we
are.
Good
weather.
And great conditions for the fireworks tonight. So get out there, grab a blanket, maybe even something to keep you a little warm. 68 degrees for tonight.
And do we need the umbrella? You always say to keep it.
Not today. I'm going to say far eastern counties, maybe a pop-up shower.
Hey, everyone will have a blanket anyway to sit on the ground. So if it rains, just put it over yourself. All right. We got some good weather in store, right?
Yeah, we do.
Thanks so much, Michelle. Thank you for joining us. Have a happy 4th of July. We'll see you back here tonight at 5.